Nutrition Depot, your fitness fuel. Welcome to Nutrition Depot podcast. My name is Hannah Bacani, and I'd like to officially announce that I'm your host for 2024. I'm so excited to have fruitful conversations with elite athletes and experts in their field. And today we celebrate creating champions. I'm so proud to announce our guests for today. We have Kevin Quiambao of DLSU Green Archers Philippine National Team. Hello. Season 85 Rookie of the Year, Season 86 Mythical 5, Season 86 Season MVP, Season 86 MVP, and Champion, of course. And we also have Francis Escandor, UAAP Season 86 Champion, and also our Parsink Super Fresh feature, model din yan. And also we have Coach Migs Aytona of Aytona Performance, head strength and conditioning coach of DLSU men's basketball team and Phoenix Fuel Masters PBA team. Hello, Coach Migs. Congrats on the 2 rings in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
He's also engaged. Some people can only dream of one.
That was the best ring or championship of my year.
That was your best one. The engagement one.
Yes.
Okay, she's listening right now, I'm sure. Oh, diba? Plus points sa'yo yun.
Yeah, I'm gonna make her listen to the podcast for sure.
Awesome. I'm so happy to be here with you guys because I'm also a Lasalian. So Animo Lasal. And I also heard off air that we're all Swifties here. So we have 2 things in common. So to kick off today's podcast, I wanted to ask, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song, Kevin?
For me, Love Story.
Classic. siya.
Classic.
Classic. siya. Thanks.
Mine is White Horse, but not that you're asking. My dog's favorite is Crazier.
May playlist siya.
Yes,
diba?
my dog has his own Taylor Swift playlist. Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer and
Snow on the beach.
classic tayo dito. Ako, our
man.
song. Our song.
Yeah,
Looking forward to her
that's
latest
a
album.
banger, our song.
Banger. Wow, you guys are both still fresh from Dubai. How was it like playing with Dwight Howard out there?
Honestly, it was such a great experience. Getting to play with one, if not the best centers of the NBA. I think it was a surreal experience. Not everyone gets a chance to play with him. And just to see him out there, how his work ethic is, how he is on the court, off the court, and he's just really, really a great guy. We were just so blessed just to be around him, just to be near him, and get along, play with him. So yeah, really great experience.
How about you?
For me, super blessed and once in a lifetime experience na hindi ko makakalimutan. Dahil, ayun nga, si Dwight Howard is future Hall of Famer, NBA. And to be with him na sobrang kulit, yung ugali niya
Cool guy
sobrang
siya.
cool, sobrang funny.
Kung paano siya, how he is in like social media and stuff, that's how he is personally. Super cool. Super cool, yeah.
Did he teach you guys any special techniques? No.
Well,
Ano?
on the court,
On or off the
Well-
court? On or off
well,
the court?
obviously,
Parang mas curious ako off the court,
Hindi,
ah.
well, obviously coming from the NBA, he knows a lot of the game. So he tends to share it a lot, especially sa amin mga bago coming off college players lang. He really gets whatever chance he gets, he would teach us, like tell us some tips and tricks he learns. So yeah, super great guy.
How about you, Kevin?
On the court, sobrang dami niyang teachings. Umabot sa punto na isang oras namin nag-uusap ni Kuya Dwight about sa mga fundamentals and mga tactics sa on the court. Off the court naman siguro sobrang cool lang. Ayaw niya na isipin ko sa kanya na parang tratuhin ko siya as NBA player, kuya. Gusto niya cool lang, sobrang
Kuya Dwight.
vibes.
Ano, invita natin si Dwight dito.
Soon, hopefully.
He seems super cool.
Yes.
I wasn't there, but F said that Dwight tried to teach him shooting tip.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Well, mostly like tips on I don't know.
Bro, that's
I
the
mean,
last person that you want
yun
shooting
nga,
tips
exactly.
from.
I mean, I hope
know
Dwight
him
was
as
a
a
big man. I mean, I personally didn't know him as like a shooter, but you know, I would listen to him any chance I get. So pretty cool experience.
I love that. And you guys are still fresh from that win. I'm looking forward to this season of basketball. Migs, it's so special how the coach is also here, so you can reveal all their secrets. Um,
I know all
kinabahan,
the secrets.
kinabahan si
Oo, lahat ng secrets. Kaya di ko sasabihin, promise.
Oo. And he can call you out. Wait,
Yes.
totoo yan ah.
Please lang.
Please.
Please daw, please coach. Tell me about the day in season 86 when you all won. How was it like walking into that court and also walking out as winners after 2016, right? This is the last win of the LSU. How was that like for you?
First of all, yung clutch free throws na clutch 2 free throws ko, hindi ko na ma-imagine yung feeling. Yung sarili ko parang nakalutang na ako. Kumbaga, ito na, yung pinaghirapan namin nagbunga na, and nung na-shoot ko nga yung second free throw to seal the game, umiyak na talaga ako. Sobrang, tinignan ko na lahat ng fans ng DLSU. Sobrang nag-wave na ako sa kanila na thank you sa support nyo, and hinanap ko yung family ko saan sila nakaupo, and finally after 8 years naka-champion ulit kami, and ayun yung mga pinaghirapan namin na ikikwento ni Coach Migs mamaya, sobrang nagbunga for me and for the whole team.
It was a super emotional day for Lasallians. I mean, I was also very, wow, like almost brought to tears. Grabe yung last
Were you
shot.
there at the game?
No, but I was watching on TV.
course.
It was electric.
Of course it is. Yeah.
How was it like for you?
Yun nga, it was such a surreal experience. Siyempre, all our hard work leading up to that one moment, parang all your life, winning that championship, it's like you dreamt your whole, like in your whole basketball career, envisioning yourself being in that moment, parang such a surreal experience, and really goosebumps nga eh. Like thinking about that, the moments, the final buzzer and everything, super sarap na feeling.
So F, people always posted online that save the best for last ka. You had that X factor because you played 3 games, right? So that
Yeah.
moment must have been like, wow, life-changing.
Yeah, it was really a great moment. I mean, I just always believed in, I mean, your time will come no matter what. Just always put in the work no matter what, and that there will always be something for you. And eventually, the finals, and God gave us the championship. So,
I love that. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and also our listeners and our watchers on YouTube. We're so excited to learn what really creates a champion. So let's ask the first question. Can you tell us about your journey to becoming a basketball champion, and what were the challenges you had along the way?
For me, way back 2014, 2015, nirecruit ako ng LPU Cavite, yung juniors program ng LPU. And then, nag-spend ako doon ng 2 years. Team B. Kumbaga, unknown, unranked player. And then, the time na 2017, 2018, kinuha ko ng Enyo ni Coach Goldwin Monteverde and the whole coaching staff. And then, doon, winark on ko yung weaknesses ko. And then, coming from unranked player to top 3 player ng high school way back na. Sobrang laking bless sa akin, and during my Enyo days, ni-envision ko na yung sarili ko na kami nila, lahat ng mga teammates ko, sabay-sabay kami sa college, teammate pa din kami sa college, and then pandemic happened nga. And then, ayun, yung pandemic, pumunta akong Lasal, and then yung ibang teammates ko in the other school. So, yung struggles na di ko na sila kasama, kumbaga, good choice ba tong pinili ko yung Lasal. Then may first year nung season 85, I won rookie of the year, pero 5th place lang kami. So yung expectations sa akin, daming nagsasabi overrated.
Maraming haters online.
Sobrang daming haters. And then ayun, that time na pumasok si Coach Topex, Coach Migs sa program, since day one, winarkon ko na, and yung fruit ng hard work naman is yung mga nakuha ko achievements this season. So, I'm very, very blessed na dumating sila sa program ng DLSU, and naging part sila ng buhay ko. And in the future pa, nakasama ko sila.
Grabe, nakaka-inspire yung journey mo, because people might think creating champions happens overnight. Never.
Mm.
Si Coach Migs pala yung secret weapon.
It's a whole staff. It's a team effort naman. On my side of things naman, the basketball journey in strength and conditioning wise at DLSU, it was hard also because when we came in, me and Coach Jello, my assistant strength and conditioning coach, late na kami pumasok eh. The rest of the coaching staff, they came in January, kami parang mid-Feb na ata. So we came in, there were like 9 knee injuries and 4 ankle and foot injuries. So it was hard for us to, you know, focus on strength conditioning when we were trying to focus on health first. So rehabbing most guys and also getting the coaches to buy into the way we manage training intensity and duration. Because aside from giving the athletes the programs, what I would say that we had served the most or the best for our team was that we were able to manage training intensities and duration according to how we wanted so that the guys could peak for the UAAP.
Yeah.
So, yun yung mahirap i-tackle for me kasi obviously the coaches want to run certain things their way. Although Coach Topex naman, I've worked with him in the past, so alam na niya. It was more of the assistant coaches buying in. And buti na lang towards near the season, we were able to figure things out and eventually won a championship. So, yan.
That's really the difficulty of team sports. You have to adapt to the personal players'
Yeah.
training as well.
And we have to collaborate. It has to be a team effort, the coaches, the strength and conditioning coaches, the PT, they all have to work together. Make sure they're communicating and managing load management, all that stuff. That stuff is real. In the NBA, a lot of old heads hate load management, but that shit's real.
No, managing people is the hardest part
Yeah,
of this whole thing,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure, right? I'd love to delve more about the program and, the
Yeah.
process of that. But first, let's ask, how was your journey like, Francis?
Of me, basically, I started off like fans, like everyone else. I was really a fan of UAP basketball. I started just watching the UAP and De La Salle, and I was like, one day I want to play for that school, and I want to win the championship just like them. And eventually, I worked hard for it. I came from Davao, and eventually played in Zobel, and then worked my way up to college, and then I was in La Salle for, most people don't know, I was there for 4 years. 4 years, yeah. So yeah, I was Team B my first year, second, third year. I was in the lineup, but didn't actually get to play as much. And my final year, my senior year, I was really, really blessed that Coach Topex and all the rest of the coaching staff gave me the opportunity to play. And yun nga, it's really, really kumbaga storybook ending on a championship and graduating as a champion. Parang everything just came into, parang all the stars connected. So yeah, it was really, really special for me. Yeah,
What a finale.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's actually what I wanted to share. Na coincidentally, these two guys are one of or probably the hardest workers sa team. Like Kevin, galing siya sa Lyceum Team B. So we have a lot of Jokic comparisons, diba, kay Kevin about his game, but also his path. Diba, Jokic was drafted 42nd, something like that. No one would ever think that someone that high of a draft pick would win 2 MVPs, diba?
Parang dark
Parang
horse.
Dark horse. So parang Kevin, he was Team B, wasn't even like Team A to start his high school career, and eventually, diba, he's here now. And then F didn't even crack the lineup or the rotation up until his senior year, and now he was playing like he was an X factor, really important role player for our team. Especially that game 2, without F, we probably wouldn't win the championship. So like these two, especially the hard work that I saw from them the whole off season up until the in season, they really deserve the championship and all the flowers that people are giving them right now.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hug, group hug. Wow, you guys are inspirations to the game right now. So I'm glad a lot of people are learning from you as well. Coach, I wanted to ask what their typical physical fitness and conditioning like on a daily basis, like a typical day in their life and training on and off season.
So for these two, kasi sila lang yung pumupunta sa akin sa umaga. Some other players, they go to me in the morning also, but on different, like, it was like a 9 month preparation. These two were the most consistent in that, if I put it that way. They would go to me in the morning sa Activate where we were a while ago, and then they would go to their class if they did. And then
We did.
Sabi ko na,
If
may
they
mga
did, yeah,
reveal
they
dito.
did. And then I think the team does their strength and conditioning session before practice.
Yeah.
But these two, I think they're doing skills or something else.
Mhm.
So that's why they wanted to get their strength and conditioning session earlier on, so that I'll give them a different one, something far from training. Because obviously, if they do the strength and conditioning session near training, I wouldn't be able to give them as much because I obviously want to
Be first.
Manage their energy.
keep them fresh
Yeah.
for actual practice. So, which is what I appreciated because they went in the morning. So yun. So the rest of the team though, they lift before training, or some guys lift in the morning, but on their own
Mhm.
without. I just send them the program. So yun. And then apart from that, I guess the management kasi of Lasal, they really made sure to supply the right nutrition for us. So, di ba, may kitchen kami na we have a chef there. Also, we have a cook there that cooks chicken breast all day.
All
There
All
has to
day.
be chicken breast every
Yes.
meal.
Can
Breakfast,
I ask,
lunch, dinner.
what type of cooking style though? Or the same lang every day? Iba-iba naman.
Honestly, ang
May
sarap.
variety.
Talaga.
Sarap.
Nung
Parang it's like you're at home.
parang marinade ni ate, special
Marinated.
marinade, di ba? Parang
Chicken
masarap. Yeah.
sabi ko, ate, ano tong recipe mo? Gusto ko gayahin na. Parang hindi ako nasasawa dito eh. Di ba?
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast is the key. If gusto nyo na mas on hand yung chicken breast nyo, you can also try this.
Oo nga.
Yung chips natin, it's made of
For
chicken
sure.
breast. Okay,
For
that
sure.
egg whites chicken breast.
We need that.
We were munching on this earlier.
Gising na.
We were munching on this. Iba-ibang flavor pa, di ba? Chicken breast is the key pala. Grabe, I love that you're sharing the full day of
Yeah,
these
yeah.
athletes. I wanted to ask, what workouts are the most essential in the game? And what are your favorites? I would love to know. Mga deadlift.
Ito, alam ko favorite to hang pull eh.
Hang pull. The drop
Hang
bar hang
pull.
pull. Kasi more on power.
I wouldn't say they're the most essential exercises because there's a time and place for certain exercises. It's a matter of when, diba, in the off, there are different phases in the off season, in season, so there are different exercises. They're just tools for the players to have to prepare them for the game. But yeah, these guys, I know they have their favorites and their least favorites for sure.
Si F is looking away
Favorite
na.
lahat.
Ano yung
Favorite,
favorite?
favorite.
Favorite lahat.
Ano,
Good shot kayo kay coach, ah.
Siyempre.
Pero pag nasa gym, nagre-reklamo lagi. Pero gagawin naman nila.
At
Nagre-reklamo
syempre,
lang.
you just have to be dramatic first.
Yeah.
Kailangan ko sabihin lagi, oh, ba't nandito pa kayo? Nagre-reklamo pa pala kayo. Sige na.
Nag-aaway na lagi.
Anyways, gagawin rin naman pala.
Gawin na naman.
Nako, there's a lot of physical and also mental strategies when it comes to playing basketball. I'm sure there was a lot of pressure on you being MVP and all of that. So I wanted to ask, what were your mental strategies to employ to stay focused under pressure?
For me, first of all, pagka under the pressure ako, di ako tumitingin sa social media. Di ako nagpo-phone. Kailangan yung focus ko is all mind. Kumbaga yung focus is nasa sarili ko. Dahil haters, mga motivation ko, hindi mawawala yan every game. Kahit maganda nilalaman mo or bad days, sobrang daming haters. But, ayun nga, lagi kong i-instill sa sarili ko na kailangan mo lang mag-show up every day na yung live up to expectation. And, ayun, work as hard as you can. And, yung game kusang dadating sa'yo pagka pinaghirapan mo lahat. So far, yun yung sa akin.
Parang internal talaga lang.
Internal.
Focus talaga. This. How about you, F?
Well, for me, I would meditate a lot.
Mhm.
Siyempre, there's gonna be a lot of outside factors. Well, everyone just wants to win, naman. The alumni, the fans, just everyone just wants to help to an extent. Pero sometimes naman, you just have to sort of block it all off and just focus on what you need to focus on. And Coach Topex really mentioned yung just focus on the inner circle. Who's in there, who's with us each and every day. And that's the coaches and your teammates and the managers and the alumni. We just focus on that first, and the rest would come. And so we would just focus day in, day out. Yung sabi namin nga ni Kevin na just focus on ourselves and results would take care of itself.
We'd love to know your personal workout routine. Can you share?
Personal workout routine. First of all, kukulitin namin si Migs. Tatanungin na namin, ano na workout ngayon. Well, and then after that, from there on, it's gonna depend on the day.
It
And,
depends too.
Let's say in-season workouts, before games, after games, depending on the minutes we played, gaano kapagod, how's the body feeling. It will all depend. Pero yun nga, Migs would know more about that than we would.
How about you, Kevin? What's your workout routine like?
Workout routine na. It depends sa araw kung anong program yung gagawin. But when I feel sore, sobrang sore ng katawan ko, sobrang tagal ko mag-mobility. And kumbaga, ayun na yung scapegoat ko kay Coach Migs na tatagal ako pa yung mag-workout. And yung workout routine siguro, ayun, everyday, iba-ibang program naman. And si Coach Migs na bahala doon. But ako, execute lang ako kung ano sinasabi niya. Magreklamo lang ako pag pagod na ako. Saka, lagi ko siyang tinatanong, bakit ganito yung workout? Bakit ganito? Ganyan. Ayoko nito. Pero ginagawa ko pa din.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a time and place for a certain type of workout. So, sometimes these guys nagrereklamo, bakit nakakapagod yung workout for today. Hindi natin alam na 2 weeks from now, there's gonna be a top opponent we're gonna face. So, that workout the results of that workout would manifest 2 weeks from now. So, that's why we're doing that now. So, just trust. And they did. So, that's why I love these guys kasi talagang sipag eh.
I think the relationship with your coach is so important. That
Yeah.
trust. Kahit anong bigay ni coach, game lang. But typically, would you start with mobility exercises, strength, and then something to raise the heart rate? How is it like compound lifts, accessories?
Yeah. So we start with obviously mobility drills, tapos mga speed drills. Usually we're working on rhythm and at the same time to warm up the tendons with the speed drills. And then we do our primers, and then our main lifts or compound lifts, and then accessory work, and then we do our plyos. And if we do our speed training or whatever's assigned for the day or conditioning, what different types of conditioning then. So yan.
I like how you approach everything teamwork and collaboration with your teammates. Can you share any examples of successful team dynamics? Kevin?
Team dynamics siguro. Trust each other lang kami every time. Every game, every practice. Pero sa practice, we bicker, we fight. Pero yung inner circle, pinoprotektahan namin. And siguro, sobrang laki lang ng tiwala namin sa isa't isa. Kaya siguro namin nakuha yung championship. And nag-believe lang kami na kahit anong mangyari, tiwala lang, nandiyan kami sa likod mo. Nandiyan sila para sa akin. Nandiyan ako para sa kanila. So, yung kinalabasan is yung championship. Pero, ayun nga, yung struggles na nakasama ko sila buong 9 months, yung bonding mas naging close kaming lahat. And then after the season, pag pinag-uusapan namin sobrang nag-goosebumps ako till now. Hindi ko pa din makalimutan yung championship namin. Nasa isip ko pa din, parang nandun pa din ako sa moment na yun na nakita ko yung mga teammates ko na umiiyak, masaya silang lahat. So, hanggang sa future teams, future na gagawin ko, hindi ko makakalimutan yung championship run ng this last season.
Kevin, I heard that you're not very emotional day to day, but only when you're in the game. Are you also the type to give mga pep talks? Like, kaya mo yan? Hype man ba to? Or
Off the court, no. On the court kasi, gusto ko lang manalo. And whatever it takes para manalo, gagawin ko. Kung kailangan maging vocal ako sa court, ginagawa ko. But off the court, no. Sobrang introvert ko off the court.
Pero si Kevin kasi yung kailangan i-pep talk eh.
shot pala.
Kailangan i-pep talk eh. Parang,
Sino
uy,
nagpe-pep ikaw?
everyone, like, uy, Kev, like, lead us to the championship. Diba? Parang ganun lagi sinasabi sa kanya.
Parang what I've noticed with Kevin, parang he's always like lead by example.
Oh, yeah.
Parang actions speak louder than words pass on. So, then you follow his lead there.
I love that. Can you guys share any memorable moments or highlights from your basketball career that has a significant impact on you?
For me, yung siguro outside Lasal, yung makasama ko yung dad ko sa basketball court, mga kampi ko. And then, ayun yung motivation ko everyday na siya yung nagpalaki sa akin, siya yung nag-introduce ng basketball sa akin. So, every time I step up in the court, hindi ko kinakalimutan na, ayun, yung dad ko yung dahilan ko ba't ako nag-basketball.
Siya yung deepest why mo.
Si dad and si lolo.
I love that we're learning a lot about his
Yeah.
life.
Iyak na yan si Kev. Tinan mo. Malapit din umiyak.
Then,
Yung cue music, maalaala mo kaya? Joke lang.
Or Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. I know. How about you, Em? Were there significant moments or highlights in your basketball career that had a significant impact on you? And also, what's your why? Kasi shinare ni Kevin yung why niya.
Well, as same with Kev, probably my biggest why is, of course, my family. They've been with me all throughout my basketball journey, and parang this is like, kumbaga, this is my way of repaying everything to them. Parang, at the end of the day, you just want to make your family proud naman. So that's like my overall main goal, inside the court, and that's probably my biggest why. And probably that's also one of the reasons one of the biggest reasons why I play is because of my family.
Would you say that if there's any setback or losses, you always bring yourself back to that why?
For sure, yeah. I mean, syempre, setbacks or losses, bad trip. There's a lot of mag-overthink ka na, you wanna quit. But then you go back to the reasons why you started in the first place. Who's with you through the ups and downs. And I think yung concrete na babalikan mo lagi is, I think, your family. That's one for me.
I think yung sa setbacks is, hindi ko na pinapatagal sa isip ko yun. Kumbaga, may mga times na nag-overthink ko, but kaya lagi ko iniisip yung family ko, yung teammates ko, yung buong Lasallian community na nandiyan sa akin through up and down. So, every time na magkakaroon kami ng lapses, natalo kami, hindi ko pinapatagal sa isip ko and move on to the next dahil, ayun nga, yung expectation sa amin is super high and kailangan mo mag-live up dun.
Always focusing on the most important things. Now, Coach Migs, we were talking about the workout. We talked about the mindset. This time, I want to delve a little bit more about nutrition.
Mhm.
What's the most important part in nutrition? Pre-game, post-game? What macros do they have? What are they eating in a day?
I guess first thing that we tried to fix with them, obviously, Tim also worked with our team and also, again, closely with these two guys, was the content of what they were eating. So they had to switch out a lot of meals. He gave broad choices naman, I would say. But it made it a lot easier na Ate Leia or our cook was there. They had food all the time. So kumukuha lang siya ni Kevin doon, tapos may may weighing scale pa doon may food scale doon, so it was easy. And the next would be the timing. Obviously, these guys trained multiple times a day. I know these two had their own skills work. Then they also went to me for strength and conditioning. Then they have practice pa. Then after practice, sometimes they shot again. They did some shooting pa. So they really needed to be well fueled throughout the day. So it was more of, now we shifted to focusing on the timing of when they were taking their meals, their supplements, obviously making sure that they were fueled throughout the day. And obviously reaching the macros and reaching the calories that Tim assigned to them. Especially in season, naaalala ko parang hyper glucidic na kami, so high carbs na towards the end of the seasons nung finals na, di ba? Si F nagagalit na dun sa buong team parang, this, nagagalit na siya sa buong team, kainin nyo na lahat ng carbs. Sabi niya, kaya natin mag-champion, kainin lahat ng carbs. Diba?
I remember that.
Diba?
Yung hype man natin.
Kasi game 3 na yun, diba?
The game 2 to 3, parang 2 games in 4 days, parang kain ng carbs.
How many calories are they eating in a day?
Obviously it differed from player to player because they all weigh differently. But ikaw ba, ilan calories ba siya nung towards the end?
So like 3 to 4, basta ako kumakain na lang ako ng carbs kasi parang that was the main focus na carbs.
Diba?
Kasi end season, towards the end of the season, wala na to, bahala na kung sa kain na.
Yeah. Kasi in the off season, we were still trying to work on their physiques, trying to get their body fat as low as possible. So, so yun. So we made sure that put a protein nga nung in the off season kasi nga they were trying to get into a low body fat percentage, but diba basketball is an intermittent sport, endurance power sport. So the main source of fuel is carbs. So we needed a lot of carbs. So I think the Nutrition Depot also sold Vitargo na rin. So that was really key for us.
Yeah,
Game
that's
changer.
Vitargo, yeah.
Game changer.
practice every game.
It was the secret sauce, to be honest, yeah.
Practice.
Not a lot of teams. Creatine, not a lot of teams.
Sure.
Management's gonna kill us.
No, I like how you guys brought the conversation to supplements because that was my next question.
Yeah.
What is the secret sauce in making a champion? What do you take, Kevin?
On the court, siguro, the number one factor is yung Vitargo. And then, if nakukulangan ka sa Vitargo, I take kasi BCAA 500 from Nutrition Depot. And, ayun, after game, whey protein. Nutrabio, whey protein. So, favorite flavor sa vanilla.
Ako din.
Sa
Alpine
Vitargo.
Alpine vanilla.
Alpine.
Yeah,
Vanilla.
vanilla.
Isolate. For sure.
How about you?
See Kevin, if you see his locker, I'm Alpine vanilla as well. But if you see Kevin's locker sa game, puro Nutrabio sa taas eh. Diba? Kumukuha na nga na ako dun eh. Kev, bigyan ko yung mga teammates mo.
Lagyan ka na nalagyan. Bakit sila lang? So Kevin, you've been a fan of Nutribio. You've been a user of Nutribio for so many years, right?
Nung inintroduce siya sa akin ni Coach Tim way back, so yung effect niya sa body ko, sobrang laking tulong, and then yung sinasabayan ko ng good timing and good nutrition, yung mga foods na yung sakto sa diet mo. So, ayun, combinations lang, and then on the game, sobrang crucial nung Vitargo lalo sa akin. And then, ayun, so until now, hindi ko na pinapalitan. Ayun na yung for life ko na supplements.
You know, I want to see.
Makasala mo na yan.
Pwede mo may locker reveal later.
Kaso walang picture eh.
Walang picture. Papadala namin yung camera with you for chocolate. How about you, F? Which supplements are you using right now?
Well, yun, yung creatine. And then the BCA, that's really like, I can't live without the two. Kasi BCA, I take that during, whenever I need water, parang inahalo ko na lang yung BCA, as with everyone. Blue raspberry, favorite.
Blue raspberry.
Yum.
Ako,
Ikaw ba? Ano ba masarap na flavor?
Mine was strawberry lemon bomb.
Strawberry, but masarap.
I haven't tried that one. I'm curious.
Because I like sour. So, si Kev, di ba ano ka
Blue
cake?
raspberry.
Kasi nahalo mo
Grapes. And then, it depends sa bitter.
Basta nakakatawa kasi yung whole team, basically everyone was on BCAA. Parang everyone really wanted. So nakikita mo yung mga players nagtitimpla before practice. Vitargo, pati BCAA. Nakakatawa.
Oo.
Where's
Pero
the
fun.
cocktail kayo?
Lahat kami.
Kahit
shake.
when we
May
had a
shaker, may
trip to
kailangan
Japan,
shaker.
wala, nakalimutan namin na wala ng Vitargo. So we had to look. Buti na lang yung Gold's Gym. Merong Vitargo. It was a weird flavor though. I think it was a peach or something. So good.
So, ano yung favorite flavor niyo ulit? Blue raspberry.
Blue
Sa
raspberry.
BCA, grapes and then blue raspberry.
Strawberry lemon bomb. I think that's what it's called.
Blue raspberry, bro. All day.
Add to cart.
Yeah.
Add to cart.
Yeah.
This is how you create champions. Now, as we wrap up today's episode, I wanted to ask, what advice would you give to aspiring basketball players who want to achieve success at a high level? Let's start with you, Kevin.
First, put in the work every day. And then, believe in yourself. And so, makinig ka lang sa family mo and kung ano yung mas makakabuti sa'yo, ikaw na nakakalam na. And you create your own path. Pagka pinaghirapan mo lahat, kusang dadating sa'yo yan. And then, wag mawala yung faith mo kay God. And then, ayun yung pinaka-crucial. And then, may mga struggles ka madadaanan, but, ayun, i-handle mo lang na maayos and then, believe na kayang-kaya mo lahat. So, ayun na sa akin.
Wise words from Kevin. Thank you. How about you, F?
Probably consistency. As cliche as it sounds, all the greats know this na you can't be there's no such thing as an overnight success. It took days, years, months to get to where these athletes are. And I think it all starts with hard work and discipline. So for me, that's like the secret sauce, if you may, the secret ingredient to being successful.
Ako, if I may add, it's not just working hard, it's also working smart and working holistically. The bare minimum should be working on your sport and working on your strength and conditioning. But apart from that, everything your sleep has to be there. Diba? Your nutrition has to be there. Your managing your load has to be there. Your mental, diba? Game has to be there. Everything. So, yun.
I wanted to ask as a final question, how do you balance everything, basketball career with other aspects of your life, like family, education, personal interests? Let's start with you, Kevin.
First, if season kami, una kinakausap ko muna yung family ko na tiis lang muna, 3 months lang naman to. And then, ayun, in the morning, mag-gym ako kay Coach Migs. And then after gym, I'll go to class. Baka sabihin kasi di ako pumapasok eh. So, sa lahat mo na nakikinig dito, napasok po ako. Sa lahat ng prof ko, sobrang favorite ako ng mga yan. And then, after class, diretso practice. Then, after practice, if may gagawin sa school, konti lang, sandot-sandot lang. Kasi sobrang tiring talaga ng araw. Mag-workout ka 2 to 3 times a day. Sobrang exhausting. Pero, ayun nga, student-athlete. And, ayun nga, student first and then athlete in second. So, basically, ayun lang doon lang umiikot yung buong araw ko na workout, pasok, then practice, team practice. Then after team practice, recovery, sleep na maayos 8 to 10 hours.
Time management talaga.
Basically.
Sobrang crucial ng time management.
Yeah. Yung mga students nga nahihirapan. And then kami as athletes pa also, it's really, really hard. That's why thankful rin kami sa aming mga student managers that they help us with our
Shout out student managers.
They help us with our what we need to do, where we need to catch up, and I think that's really, really a big help, especially to us, especially in season na medyo focus na, medyo Hindi naman sa wala ng time sa pag-aaral, but like, medyo, we're kind of leaning towards really, really having our full attention sa basketball. I mean, yeah. And then after that, yun, bawi na, full student na.
It's a good thing that you have the entire team rooting for you, the coaching staff, your student managers. Coach Migs, what's your best advice in balancing all of that as you see these athletes go through their day-to-day?
I guess first thing is they should know what to prioritize, and then something that helps me is listing it down, what you need to achieve for the rest of the day. You have timestamps for it, stuff like that. So para hindi ka nawawala, 'di ba? Parang mamaya you get sidetracked. So and then lock in on your target, and which is something that these guys achieved, which is the championship. So yun lang.
Focus. So Coach Migs, what's the definition of the worst athlete for you?
For me, it's a lazy athlete, which thankfully, fortunately, none of these two are. They're the complete opposite of a lazy athlete. Diba? Forgetting it.
Kevin, what's the definition of the worst coach and best?
Worst coach, siguro yung coach na di nakikinig sa players, ganun, na pagpagod na yung mga players. Example lang na pagpagod na yung players, lagi nila sinasabi, push mo yung limit, pero kung over na yung limit, yung load, masyado na mataas yung mga hindi nakikinig na coach. Sa best coach naman, Migs Aytona.
Grabe.
Aspen.
Pahinga yan.
Dadagdagan
Pahinga ako
sana ng suicides, pero dinadam.
Wala nang intervals.
Okay na.
Francis, how about you?
Worst coach yung namimilit mag-workout. Kahit wala na yung... Kahit okay na, marami na nagawa, pero namimilit pa rin. Hindi, no. But like, probably worst coach is the coach na hindi masyado nakikinig to the player. I think it's important yung communication, player-coach. And best coach, kung anong sinasabi ni Coach Migs and kung ano man si Coach Migs, siya yung stereotype ng best coach. Yeah. For me, yan.
Cheers to Coach Migs. Cheers.
Love you guys.
Thank you so much for joining our podcast episode.
Thank
For
you.
eating
Thank you
So much for having us.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you. How can we follow you online?
On IG, you can search Camps QU1 AMBS, and then on Facebook, Kevin Quiambao, and then my F page is KQ Kevin Quiambao.
Grabe, daming.
Kevin,
Kasi-
may TikTok ka ba? Ang dami kong nakikita ng gumagano, no?
Gawa na yan.
Silang dalawa. May TikTok silang dalawa pa yung TikTok ni Kevin 2018 po mo. Mga ganun po eh.
Kasama yung Belsa mo.
Oo, pupost na yan.
Hindi ba siya nagdo-nutrition ng maayos yun eh. Kaya chubby pa siya nun eh.
How can we follow you, Coach?
At Miguel Aytona on Instagram. That's all.
Francis?
Francis _ Escandor, I think. On Instagram. That's
May TikTok yan. May
Talaga?
TikTok.
May TikTok eh.
May TikTok din yun.
Sige, follow him on TikTok.
spam account.
Isang wow nga dyan.
Wait.
Hey.
ikaw. Watch ka ako. Si Kev.
Sige.
Kev, isang Ang galing.
Wala ko, tsako eh.
Thank you for joining us in this episode of Nutrition Depot Podcast, Creating Champions with Francis, Kevin, and Migs. Thanks, everybody. Nutrition Depot, your fitness fuel.